Where's my pretty pet? Come to me. I'm home. Oh, what's the matter? You've usually thrown yourself to your knees in front of me by now. Is it all the blood that's got you like this? It's nothing to be worried about, I assure you. The blood isn't mine. It belongs to a few people, actually. I suggest when you do your chores, you wash my uniform separate. I had a busy day at work. Fetch me some house clothes so I can change. Don't just stand there and tremble, pet. It will make me want to do something to you right here on the floor. Now go. Be good and soak these before you throw them into the wash. Not too keen on blood, are you? You don't even want to touch it. Would it make you feel better if I told you where the blood came from, pet? It might help if you have any semblance of your past self left in that pretty head of yours. Oh, you're as smart as they come. The number of pills that I shoved down your throat didn't fry that brain of yours as much as I hoped. You've learned how to go through the motions, but you haven't mastered getting your eyes to follow completely. You held up well with the blood, until I said what I did. The fear that flashed in them. I haven't seen that in a while. It was refreshing. I didn't touch any of your friends and family if that's the conclusion you're jumping to. There's really no need. You've already effectively cut yourself off from them completely. Oh, I do regret not recording those conversations. The nasty things you said to get them to abandon you for good was delightful. Not even a wince. Have you accepted what you've done? Accepted your place with me? Or have you just blocked everything out? Made yourself numb enough to attempt to pass as being my obsessed, brainless little pet? I've known for some time now that the effect of the pills has been wearing off. You grew less and less enthusiastic about throwing yourself all over me. I assumed it was just like a new puppy getting used to their home and growing out of their playful stage. But you made the same mistake that you made last time. While this new pill doesn't make you crave sugar, it does make you crave something else similar to sugar. Chocolate. I'm sure you assumed that these pills gave you the same cravings, so you still made sure to keep a sweet tooth, just not the right one. You have to know that I never meant for this to happen. I was assured that it wasn't a possibility, especially after the smiling scientists assured that the last few batches were meant to be more permanent, more damaging than the last, but here we are. You shouldn't have reacted to seeing me drenched in blood. You shouldn't have even registered it when I was right in front of you. You should have thrown yourself to your knees, as you always do, waiting for me to bless you with my attention. You also shouldn't have been against touching my blood-drenched clothing after I gave you an order. You should have done what I asked, no question, too eager to please me. The blood that's on these clothes are from the smiling scientists. They weren't smiling when I confronted them about the pills, oh no. And because they weren't smiling, it was my job as head officer of the Positivity Police to do something about it. So I had them strapped down to a chair. I took my gun, shoved it into their lying mouths, angled it right at their cheek, and pulled the trigger. I repeated it on the other side. In this way, with the bullet holes, I was able to jam my fingers straight in and tear them a big new smile with ease. I was just going to use a knife to carve it, but it didn't have nearly as much vigor as the glorious sound of a gun going off, followed by flesh and blood splattering to the floor. You should have been there, painting the all-white floors and walls with the same color. I think you might have found it pretty. Needless to say, I'm in a much better mood. I didn't want to take my anger out on you, pet. It wasn't your fault after all. You continued to play the part. However, I was curious as to why. I have a few theories. Some of them I ruled out early on. Theory 1. You're waiting for the right time to escape. I leave you alone on most days to work. You had plenty of opportunities to attempt to leave. Reviewing all of the hidden camera footage, your routine never changed even now. I assumed maybe that you didn't want to take the risk. To test my theory, I told you that the alarm system wasn't working properly, but that I was confident you wouldn't leave because the pills would keep you here. You didn't take that opportunity either. Theory 2. You're afraid of me, which would explain why you continue to act as normal, so I wouldn't do something rash when I found out. However, I know fear. I know it when I see it in someone's eyes. You showed fear today. You have not shown it once in all the time we've spent together, so that's ruled out. Theory 3, which I mentioned earlier, you accepted your place with me. You realized that there is nothing left for you outside of me. Your old home has already been sold to another tenant. You tore apart your relationships. You know that I have sway over anyone. No job would hire you. No real estate agent will sell to you. No one will believe what you say about me. You are completely lost and alone in the world without me. Isn't that right? Along with Theory 3, I want to propose that somewhere along the way, you even fell for me, for some sick and twisted reason. An after effect of the pills? It doesn't seem likely that a pill to trigger obsessive actions would cause an after effect of love, but I could see it twisting you in a way that you aren't able to tell the difference between love and dependence. When you look at me, I see trust. You tell me silently that you are mine to do whatever I please. I see glimmers of adoration when I gently push your hair away from your face, catch your gaze, hold your face in my hands, and tell you just how special you are to me. How there is no one else I would have done this to. How in love I am with controlling every aspect of your life and watch you be molded into what you are now. My pretty, obedient pet who won't leave me for anything. Who can't leave me. Without me, you die. Whether out of starvation, cold, sickness, or by your own hand or the hand of another you beg to. Nod your head for me. Oh, so obedient. You know that I'm always right. What you're going to do now is finish up your chores. That includes laundry. I'm sure you'll get used to the sight of blood soon. I only dealt with the head smiling scientist today. I still have to meet with a few others and see what they can do about our little problem. You don't really think I'm going to allow you to be unhappy, do you? The pills that you're taking, while made you completely obsessed with me, also made you happy. I want you happy, pet. You have to understand that. I just have to find something more potent. I may just have to inject you with the serum, and see if I get those pretty glazed eyes of yours looking back at me after it's been in your bloodstream. Oh, don't worry, pet. For this, I'll be gentle with you. I won't even let you see the needle. I'll blindfold you. Maybe give you a pretty gag to bite on for the pain. Now, laundry. And for handling the blood even when you didn't want to, I'll reward you. So I expect to find you kneeling in the bedroom after you're done. Run along, pet, or you won't get your treat. Isn't this a pretty sight? I don't think I'll ever get tired of seeing you on your knees. Have you finished all of your chores like I asked? That's a good pet. It's been a long day for the both of us. It calls for some fun, don't you think? Are you ready for your treat? Instead of your usual dosage of Pill L, I'm going to double it for fun. Aw, pet, you trust me, don't you?